when somebody comes into my office for domestic violence or to my groups, I know these men have walls around their heart. And I know I'm not capable of changing a person. I can't make somebody open up their heart. There are 3 keys to open up a heart, and he has the keys. I don't have them. And so as I see this man come in and who's trying to control me, they'll even try and control the session, control the group. And like I said, I'm kind of laid back. But here I'd have 10, 12, 15 guys in front of me in group, all wanting power and control. And then there's me. Well, they found out I have a heart. But I also believe that in our hearts, we can be assertive. So if anybody'd ask what type of counseling I do, I'm pretty directive. And I found out I have to kind of take charge of the room. Take charge of the room or take, it's in my office. Because you can tell all the subtleties that wherever they're at, they want power and control. And I need to have him understand that this is my office, this is my group, I'm in charge. It's not about power and control. I'm in charge. I'm the teacher, I'm the counselor. For most of these guys, I was their elder. But they could not give power and control. So how do I get a man to open up his heart? Because these men, through the wall, they had to go into survival mode. And survival mode is different than when you just have problems. So when we're trying to have a discussion, I think we're talking about a problem. Everything to him is he has to survive. Because remember, he had to learn on his own very early young to be on his own. So everything for him is survival mode. And I think we're just talking about a problem. About that somebody was 5 minutes late. But he doesn't take a problem as a problem. He has to now defend it like his life is being threatened. So that's why we tend to, with domestic violence guys, get such deep, strong reactions. They're in survival mode. Not just about trying to deal with problems. So the first thing I have to try and get them to do is admit that he has a problem. Do you know how hard that is? Because remember, we have minimize, deny, and blame. They learn how to minimize, deny, and blame. Because they know from their upbringing, they have a disconnect from their head and heart. They had to figure it out on their own. They don't know how to, so they do struggle with really lack of self-esteem. I always knew the stronger his anger and control, the more insecure he was inside. Will he ever admit that? No, because he's in survival mode. But the first problem I would have is I have to get to admit that he has a problem. And one of the problems for abusers is for me to say, you're an abuser. A lot of these guys, when talking about this, they say, oh no, I kind of hit her. Well, it's, we're having a bad conversation. No, you abused her. You just didn't have a bad day. You are abusive. They can't say that about themselves. And then they'll try and tell me, well, I'm a good dad. And I go, no, you're not. Because he says, yeah, but I'm a soccer coach, and I take my kids with me all the time. And I say, but I'm knowing that he's teaching his son to abuse. And he's teaching his little girls to accept that abuse is normal. And I'll ask him, do you want your daughter to grow up and marry somebody like you? Oh, but I'm a great dad. No, you're not. Do you know how angry they get with me when I say that? They say, well, I provide for my house. I work very hard for my family. I said, a man does more than just provide money for a home. A man is the foundation of the house where he brings strength and security to the home. That is the role of a man of a house. A man is not to control his family, and push and hold them down. A man is to be the foundation of the house, leadership of being the foundation and cornerstone, and build his family up. So I teach them there are 3 things that you need to do to be a good man. You need to provide, not just money, it's not just about money, but you need to provide for the safety and security of your home. If the door doesn't lock, get the door fixed. Do you know kids sleep better when dad's home? I don't care if he's a 110 computer nerd. Men bring a foundation. When they are doing their job, they bring a foundation and security to the home. Second thing, they need to model a loving and caring relationship for their kids to see. They need to see partnership. Partnership of showing love, problems, affection. And the third is to be an involved and active dad. So when I try to say to these men, what's the problem? I try to have them see in those 3 areas where they're not doing their job as a man. Well, let's say that I finally get him to admit, okay, I have a problem. But what does he want to continue to do? It's his way. What is the definition of insanity? And that's where a lot of the guys get stuck. They will admit they have a problem, but they will not admit that their way is not working. So I'm always, if I have a guy in individual counseling or as a group, I'm always, okay, what key do I have? What am I number 1, first key, am I the second key? Where am I at with these guys? Because that just is a difference too in how I work with them even in group. To what level of key I have from them. And the third key is to submit. Submit to one another in love. I need them to submit to me as their counselor, as their teacher. And I tell them, you're submitting to me as a counselor, and I'm not a perfect counselor. I don't even believe everything I say. I make mistakes. But if you know me, I'm going to do my best to give you the best I have. And I need you to submit to the directions and the process that I have for you. So if I can get him to admit he has a problem, get him to admit that that his way is not working, and to submit to me, that is a beginning, because submitting to me will help teach him that he can start submitting to other people, submitting to his wife, submitting in love.